Did you know that the fruits you love could be silently sabotaging your health after 60, turning your morning snack into a potential health hazard? Shocking revelation. The FDA warns that grapefruit interacts with a whopping 85 common medications, and with over 40% of seniors taking drugs like statins or blood pressure meds that clash dangerously with it, risking everything from muscle damage to life-threatening toxicity, it's a hidden crisis affecting millions right now. But here's why you absolutely need to watch this video to the very end. We're counting down the top 5 most surprising fruits doctors urge seniors to avoid, packed with real science, easy swaps, and the jaw-dropping number 1 that's disguised as a total superfood. Stick around, because skipping it could save your heart, gut, and golden years. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 5. Bananas. Coming in at number 5, the humble banana, that bright, curved wonder that's long been hailed as a potassium-packed powerhouse, the go-to snack for boosting heart health and warding off muscle cramps. We all know the hype. It's affordable, portable, and loaded with nutrients that promise to keep your energy steady and your heartbeat strong. But here's the plot twist that might make you peel twice. For us seniors navigating the golden years, this everyday favorite could turn out to be more of a sneaky foe than a trusty friend. Imagine reaching for that quick morning bite, only to unknowingly tip the scales against your own well-being. Let's break down the numbers. A single medium-sized banana delivers a hefty 422 milligrams of potassium right into your system. Impressive on paper for supporting nerve function and fluid balance. But in reality, this benefit can backfire spectacularly. Did you know that a staggering 1 in 3 adults over the age of 60 is grappling with chronic kidney disease? Those hard-working kidneys, which have been filtering your blood faithfully for decades, start to slow down, struggling to excrete excess potassium as efficiently as they once did. The result? A sudden buildup that medical folks call hyperkalemia, an electrolyte imbalance that disrupts your heart's delicate electrical signals. We're talking irregular heartbeats that feel like skipped steps in a waltz, or even painful muscle cramps that sideline your daily walks and garden strolls, cramping your style when you least expect it. To keep it straightforward, as the years add up, our kidney function can decline by as much as 50%, a natural but sneaky shift that transforms what was once a healthy nutrient boost into a risky overload, straining your ticker and overall rhythm. It's not about ditching all fruits overnight, but about choosing wisely to protect that vital engine keeping you going. The good news? You don't have to say goodbye to satisfying snacks entirely. Make the smart swap to a crisp, refreshing apple. It's got way less potassium, around 195 milligrams per medium fruit. Plus it's brimming with soluble fiber that helps maintain steady blood sugar levels without the spikes. And let's not forget the convenience. Just as easy to grab on the go, with that satisfying crunch and natural sweetness to brighten your day. Your legs will feel lighter on those neighborhood jaunts, and your heart will send you a quiet thank you note in the form of smoother, steadier beats. Number 4. Grapes. Slipping into the number 4 spot, those plump, juicy grapes, the effortless treat you can pop straight into your mouth like colorful candy, bursting with flavor and a hint of summer in every bite. They're a staple at gatherings, a mindless munch during TV time, and seem like the picture of innocent indulgence. But pump the brakes for a second. That seemingly harmless handful, about a cup's worth, is sneaking in roughly 23 grams of natural sugars, positioning it as a subtle saboteur, especially for the 25% of seniors who are already managing diabetes or teetering on the edge of prediabetes. What feels like a fun, fruity escape can quietly undermine your hard-won stability. Surprise alert! Beneath that glossy skin, those sweet little orbs aren't just a harmless delight. They're like tiny inflammation grenades, primed and ready to detonate in ways that catch you off guard. The real culprit here is the fructose, that sneaky form of sugar that hits your bloodstream like a fast-moving freight train. It causes rapid spikes in blood glucose levels, which over time chips away at the delicate lining of your blood vessels, leading to foggy circulation that makes everything from simple errands to cozy evenings feel a tad more labored. Picture the telltale signs: tingling or numb toes that steal the joy from your favorite slippers, or that nagging ache in your joints amplified by the inflammatory compounds lurking in the grape skins. Think resveratrol gone rogue when overconsumed. And it's not just theory. The science backs it up with a punch. Research highlights how this fructose-fueled frenzy can exacerbate arthritis flare-ups by up to 20% in more sensitive seniors, turning occasional stiffness into days of unwelcome downtime and making those morning stretches a battle rather than a breeze. But fear not. There's a delicious detour that keeps the joy without the jeopardy. Opt instead for a small handful of blueberries, those vibrant antioxidant superstars that deliver powerful protection against oxidative stress with only about half the sugar content and none of the dreaded energy crashes afterward. They're just as poppyable, bursting with juicy goodness and a subtle tartness that satisfies without overwhelming your system. Munch away with zero second-guessing, knowing you're fueling your body with allies that support clearer thinking, smoother mobility, and a lighter step through your days. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Pineapple. Envision pineapple in its element, a rugged, emerald-armored globe perched atop a Hawaiian luau table, its honeycomb core glistening under torchlight, ready to be carved into glistening spears that transport you straight to sun-drenched shores. This equatorial enigma has enchanted generations with its symphony of flavors, a crescendo of pineapple's signature sweet tang that marries effortlessly with coconut in piña coladas, elevates grilled fish in Southeast Asian curries, or stars solo in chilled gazpacho for a palate-cleansing punch. It's the fruit that whispers adventure with every fibrous strand, a staple in wellness routines from yoga retreats to post-gym recovery shakes. Yet, for those of us attuned to the subtler symphonies of senior physiology, this crown jewel of the tropics harbors a tempestuous core, a volatile alliance of bromelain enzymes and acidity levels that could rival the sting of a summer storm on sun-weathered skin. Before you surrender to that siren call and dice another ring into your morning ritual, attune your senses to the symphony of potential discord it conducts within an aging digestive orchestra. The stakes are soberingly high: gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, that insidious intruder affecting up to 40% of individuals over 65 according to epidemiological surveys from the National Institutes of Health, thrives on triggers like pineapple's arsenal of citric, malic, and ascorbic acids, which clock in at a pH of 3.2 to 4.0, ferociously low for a fruit masquerading as friendly. In the theater of your throat, the lower esophageal sphincter serves as a vigilant valet, ushering food downward while barring acidic backlash. But with age, this muscle's tone softens, much like the elastic in well-loved socks, allowing rebellious gastric juices to reflux upward. Enter pineapple. Its acids don't merely accompany the uprising. They lead the charge, abrading the squamous epithelium of your esophagus like fine grit sandpaper on silk, igniting a cascade of symptoms from mild tickles to full-throated infernos. Heartburn becomes the unwelcome headliner, a radiating blaze from chest to jaw that mimics cardiac whispers, often peaking nocturnally when gravity can't lend a hand, fracturing sleep into fitful fragments and sapping the dawn's delight. Over prolonged indulgence, this erosion can summon esophagitis, an inflamed state prone to strictures or Barrett's esophagus, a precancerous pivot that no retiree needs on their radar. Bromelain, pineapple's enzymatic entourage, often isolated and bottled as a digestive aid or anti-swelling elixir, deserves its own spotlight in this cautionary tale. This serine protease excels at hydrolyzing peptide bonds, theoretically tenderizing steaks or taming post-injury puffiness with proteolytic prowess. For the unmedicated masses, it's a mild marvel. But in the senior demographic, where cardiovascular vigilance reigns supreme, it morphs into a mischievous multiplier. Consider this: 1 in 5 adults over 65 treads the tightrope of anticoagulation therapy, be it warfarin for atrial fibrillation's flutter or low-dose aspirin as a platelet patroller, strategies proven by trials like the AFFIRM study to slash stroke risks by up to 60%. Bromelain, with its fibrinolytic flair, amplifies these agents' effects, diluting clotting factors and inviting a parade of perils. Innocuous nicks that ooze interminably, purplish blooms on shins from a gentle bump, or, in the shadows of misfortune, gastrointestinal bleeds that present as tarry stools and dizzying pallor. Compounding the chaos, a single cup of pineapple's bounty, roughly 165 grams, smuggles in 16 grams of carbohydrates, predominantly fructose and sucrose, orchestrating a glycemic gavotte. An initial euphoric uplift chased by a hypoglycemic hangover, manifesting as tremulous limbs, cerebral fog that fogs family Scrabble nights, or an inexplicable ennui that benches your bridge club vigor. The redemptive rendezvous, a perfect pivot to placidity. Rejoice, roamers of the fruit frontier, Redemption ripens in the form of the pear, that pearlescent poet of the pomology world, whose bell-shaped silhouette and supple skin evoke the quiet elegance of an English countryside ramble. Far from pineapple's prickly persona, pears proffer a pastoral embrace, a subdued symphony of buttery sweetness laced with floral whispers, ideal for elegant pairings like a wedge alongside sharp cheddar or a swirl into autumnal compotes. Hydration heroes at 84% aqueous essence, they quench without quarrel, their pectin-rich profile, yielding about 6 grams of fiber per medium specimen, gently guides digestion like a soft-spoken Sherpa, binding bile acids and buffering blood sugars bounces to foster a serene stasis. Bromelain, absent entirely, ensuring no meddlesome meddling with your pharmaceutical piece. Envision your mornings reborn, pear slices fanned like a Renaissance fan over whole-grain toast, drizzled with a whisper of honey, transforming potential turmoil into a tapestry of tranquility. Your esophagus exhales in relief, your energy endures like a steady sunrise, and suddenly, the day unfolds with the unhurried grace you deserve. Who could argue with such simple, sublime sophistication? Number 2. Mangoes. Ascending to the silver medal of subterfuge is the mango, that resplendent ruler of ripening realms, whose narrative unfurls like a Bollywood epic, from the bustling bazaars of Mumbai, where vendors hawk them as the king of fruits, to the sun-baked groves of the Philippines, where their amber orbs dangle like lanterns at dusk. In the alchemy of the kitchen, mangoes mesmerize, their silken, saffron-hued flesh yielding to the fork like ambrosial velvet, destined for mango sticky rice's glutinous glamour, vibrant ceviche bursts, or the pure poetry of a chilled coupe savored on a veranda at vespers. This fruit's allure is visceral, a tropical tapestry of creamy opulence that conjures barefoot dances in monsoon mud or the laughter of luau feasts under star-pricked skies. Alas, beneath this gilded veneer lies a glycemic guillotine, tailor-made to torment the tempered tolerances of time-seasoned metabolisms. Laden with over 20 grams of sugars per cup, a payload surpassing many a mid-afternoon vending machine vice. Mangoes ignite an insulin inferno that's particularly punitive for those navigating the 60s metabolic maze. Age bestows bittersweet biology. By 60, insulin sensitivity, the cellular choreography where muscle and fat tissues heed glucose's call, diminishes by approximately 30%, as illuminated by longitudinal data from the Framingham Heart Study, owing to sarcopenia's subtle sabotage, estrogen's ebb in women, and testosterone's taper in men. This sets the stage for mango's mischief. Their fructose freight, comprising nearly half the sugar spectrum, sidesteps the intestinal insulin queue, landing squarely on the liver's doorstep for conversion to triglycerides if caloric coffers overflow. What ensues is an insidious insurgency, chronic hyperinsulinemia that desensitizes receptors, compelling the pancreas to pump overtime in a futile frenzy, while stoking systemic inflammation via cytokines like TNF-alpha. This inflammatory undercurrent corrodes vascular integrity, transforming supple arteries into sclerotic sentinels. Evident in the chill that creeps into extremities during winter walks, the subtle shortness of breath ascending a single flight, or the visceral adiposity that accumulates equatorially, a visceral vortex, per endocrine experts, fueling metabolic mayhem from fatty liver whispers to full-throated type 2 temptations. Mechanistically, mango's glycemic index, hovering at 51, yet amplified by portion pitfalls, propels plasma glucose on a parabolic plunge. A vertiginous vault followed by a valley of vulnerability, where cortisol compensates with catabolic cruelty, etching exhaustion into your evenings and etching worry lines deeper. This vascular vexation extends to endothelial dysfunction, where nitric oxide's vasodilatory verve wanes, inviting peripheral perfusion pitfalls like edematous ankles after armchair marathons or a foggy fatigue that flattens your fervor for floral arranging. And the weight. That midriff mound isn't mere vanity's victim. It's a harbinger of hormonal havoc, where adipose avengers release free fatty acids that further fog insulin's focus, circling back to a self-sustaining spiral of stagnation. It's the cruel caricature of aging's promise, not the sun-kissed serenity of seaside strolls, but a shadowed sabotage that steals the spotlight from your encore. The enlightened exchange, raspberries, the ruby redeemers of rhythmic repose. Hail the humble raspberry, those diminutive dynamos that dot brambly hedgerows like crimson confetti, harbingers of hedgerow harvests from Scottish glens to Pacific Northwest patches. In the grand gustatory gallery, they gleam as low-sugar luminaries, just 5 grams per cup, yet they wield a fiber fortress of 8 grams, predominantly the viscous soluble sort that ensnares sugars in a saccharine snare, decelerating digestion to deliver a diurnal demeanor as even as a metronome. Beyond the ballast, their ellagic acid endowment, polyphenol par excellence, patrols vascular vineyards, quelling oxidative quirks and fortifying those fragile linings against inflammatory incursions. Scatter them like scarlet sequins over acai bowls for a textural tango, or infuse into herbal tisanes for a tartly therapeutic twist. Their brevity belies a bounty that buffers blood sugar's bravado, banishing crashes to the hinterlands. Mangoes may murmur of Mango Grove's mystique, but raspberries reign as resilient residents, rooting your routines in resilient radiance, a testament to the triumph of thoughtful tiny treasures over tropical tempests. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 1. Grapefruit. Drumroll resounding through the decades, the apex anomaly that eclipses all others in audacious duplicity. Grapefruit, the grapefruit of yours gilded glow. Born of a serendipitous 18th-century tryst in Barbados between pomelo and sweet orange, it ascended to Americana icon status, evoked in Gatsby's Grandeur or the grapefruit diets of the 70s, where its ruby segments were spooned with ritual reverence, lauded for purportedly torching fat while arming immunity with vitamin C's clarion call. Low-cal, a mere 52 per half, pithily pink or yellow, it's the fruit of fortitude, have for hotel buffets, juiced for dawn detoxes, or zest into key lime pie's citrus chorus. But in the contemporary chronicle of chronic care, grapefruit forfeits its favor, emerging as the FDA's most flagged fruit foe, a pharmacological phantom that frolics fatally with over 85 elder essential elixirs, from simvastatin's cholesterol crusade to amlodipine's arterial ease, and cyclosporin's transplant truce. This citrus can catapult concentrations skyward by 200% or more, per pharmacokinetic probes, transmuting therapeutic tonics into toxic tsunamis. At the epicenter of this enzymatic espionage, furanocoumarins, bergaptan and the company's phototoxic pose, nestled in the bitter pith and permeating the pulp, which perpetrate a suicide inhibition on CYP3A4, the cytochrome P450 virtuoso in liver and gut that metabolizes half our medicinal menagerie. This enzyme's ballet, oxidizing substrates for solubility and swift eviction, is halted in its tracks, as furanocoumarins covalently clasp, crippling catalysis for hours or days. The deluge. Undigested drugs dam up, dosing disparities that devastate. Statin stalwarts summon rhabdomyolysis, a myopathic maelstrom of muscle fibril frenzy yielding cocoa-hued urine, quadriceps quagmires, and renal repercussions requiring dialysis dances. Hypotensives hurl you into hypotensive haze, orthostatic onos where the world whirls upon rising, teetering toward tumbles that tally hip fractures at 300,000 annually in the U.S. alone, per CDC Chronicles. For the polypharmacy populace, 40% of 65-plus polymaths pill-popping 5 or more per the Beers criteria, it's exponential endangerment. Beta-blocker backups birthing bradycardic blues, or calcium channel chaos culminating in constipation conundrums laced with laxative loops. Even ancillary avenues amplify alarm. Grapefruit juice gulped at breakfast, marmalade munched mid-morning, or aromatherapy diffusers dispersing ithier-diaphanous droplets, all conduits to catastrophe, as evidenced by case clusters in the New England Journal of Medicine. This isn't hyperbole, it's a highlighted hazard in every prescriber's playbook, a reminder that "one won't hurt" is a roulette Russian to the rhythm of your regimen. The triumphant turn. Cantaloupe, the melodic melon of measured serenity. Bid adieu to grapefruit's gambit and Greek cantaloupe, the cantaloupe of continental calm, netted nobility from French melon fields, its verdant vines yielding orbs of ochre allure that slice into sunlit segments of subtle sorbet sweetness. Furanocoumarin fugitive and enzyme equanimous, it navigates your nostrums with nary a nod, while its 90% hydration halo quells thirst's tyranny and its 494 mg potassium per cup perches blood pressure on poised perches, parrying sodium salty salvos for systolic solace. Glycemic grace, index of 65, tempered by volume. Grace's guiltless gobbling, whether cubed in caprese kebabs kissed with basil or balled into ambrosial ambrosia bowls for brunch banter. In this metamorphosis, your matins mend. Cantaloupe crescent's crowning cottage cheese, prescriptions proceeding in pristine parity, and your essence? Elevated, unencumbered, eternally enlivened. Mind, in its manifold magnificence, magnificently, mesmerizingly, and irrevocably blown. Phew, friends, what a peel-back-the-layers revelation that was. From bananas overloading your kidneys to that sneaky grapefruit turning your meds into a minefield, these fruity favorites are full of surprises we never saw coming after 60. But here's the sweet part. Armed with this knowledge, you're one smart swap away from smoother sales, steadier energy, and a whole lot less worry on your plate. So, tell me, what's the biggest light bulb moment you've had so far? Drop a comment below with just one thing you've learned today that you're committing to try in real life, like ditching grapes for blueberries or chatting with your doc about grapefruit. Your story could spark someone else's aha. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more game-changing senior wellness tips. You've got this, stay vibrant, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.